Hello, folks, and a warm welcome to the TC Music Show, a music magazine show especially for the classical world and other genres. We air every Friday from 5 to 9 pm, and we will include a whole host of topics, some humour, some serious chat, some interviews, news and reviews of products, hot topics, can of worms, and music, of course. So please don't miss it every week on YouTube. And remember, please, to like, subscribe, and leave your comments. They're very important. Okay, let's get on with the show.
It's time for the news. Delete, 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 delete.
Oh my god.
What the hell?
I'm not a woman.
Pop star Sam Smith, who of recent times has become a very controversial figure because of the way he dresses. Now, I don't know about you, but in this picture, it looks like a kind of fetish setup. It looks like a kind of pornographic baby.
Eta. Mama. Eta. Baby.
That he's brought out called I'm Not Here to Make Friends. Well, Sam, with a video like that, you're not going to make any friends unless it's people who happen to be sharing one brain cell between them. Now, let me just check my notes here. According to a TV writer and critic, Alex Phillips, who appeared on television recently, he or she had said about this, and I'm paraphrasing here, you would have to trim a lot of that film down to display it on TV. Now, in my opinion, public opinion might suggest that Sam needs a lot of trimming down too, because let's face it, when you look at that picture, he's no Adonis, is he? I mean, he's not been to the gym in a long time. He might even have achieved that pie eating champion contest title. Who knows? But he's certainly not been working out in the gym. He is proud of it and he's letting it all hang out. And let's face it, there's a lot to hang out. Now, I'm reminded of the old song, Anything Goes. It says, in the olden days, a glimpse of stalking was looked on as something shocking. Now, heaven knows anything goes, and it certainly seems to be the case with this video. I don't understand, but I do think there's an agenda behind it from producers, record labels, and all these people who keep pushing this nonsense upon us. And let's face it, it's total LCD guff. That stands for lowest common denominator guff, musically speaking. Now, one of the criticisms was that because it's on YouTube, 5-year-olds might end up watching it. And I suppose gone are the days when a Pingu video before bedtime would have sufficed. But hey ho, we live in different times. So that's that piece of news. And let's get back to other topics. Hello, folks. Just a quick reminder, please, that when you watch the TC Music Show on YouTube every Friday from 5 to 9 p.m., please remember to leave a like. Please subscribe. It helps me grow on the channel. And most of all, very important, please leave your comments, because I do look at every comment and I respond to them. Okay, thanks. And now, folks, it's time for our Zoom chat interview. This week, I'll be interviewing a jazz guitarist. His name is Alex V. He's from Russia, and I'll be speaking to him. So sit back, watch the video, and enjoy. Good. Okay. Hello, Alex. And Alex is in Abu Dhabi. I may say to the people who are watching, Alex is a jazz guitarist. So it's a pleasure to speak to my first jazz guitarist on the show. Alex, hello, good morning.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Alex, I noticed when I looked at your TikTok profile, you're using an Ibanez guitar. Is that your favorite? It's quite a slim guitar.
Yes, it's to be honest, it's my first whole body guitar. Before I had a semi whole body. It was the Washburn copy of Gibson ES 335.
335, yeah, yes. That's a kind of
Yeah, it's
standard.
better famous shape.
Yeah. I have a friend in Scotland who is a jazz guitarist. He probably doesn't play now because he's a good bit older than me. But wait till you hear this. He was a special friend of Barney Kessel.
Oh my goodness.
And
Unbelievable.
he has photographs in his home of him and Barney Kessel together. And he always studied jazz. So I take it you have some favorite guitar players, maybe like Kessel or Jim Hall or Joe Pass or people like that. Who are your favorite jazz guitarists?
Oh, all the names you told, I know these guys, I know this guitarist. They are wonderful. One of my favorite guitarists is Wes Montgomery, first of all.
Wes.
Yeah, but the last time I'm digging in old jazz albums from 60s and 70s, and I opened new old names. There are a lot of interesting, wonderful guitarists, like Buddy Fight. Maybe you heard about him. Barney Kessel, of course. I love his album Autumn Leaves. It's great. Jim Hall, of course. Joe Pass. Joe Pass, I like him. In my opinion, he's too good for me. What I mean, sometimes his music too much. I don't know, complicated. I like simple jazz, old-fashioned, based on love songs, emotional music like that. About European musicians, I opened Wim Overgauf. Do you know this European guitarist? I like his sound. It's very I don't know. Sounds like very. It has his own vibe. A vintage retro vibe. I like this type of sound, like 60s and 70s. I love this time and the music of 60s and 70s, not only jazz but different styles. I like this sound.
Now, tell me, I don't know a lot about jazz in Russia. I do know quite a bit about classical music in Russia because you have some of the greatest composers in classical music in Russia, like Shostakovich and Tchaikovsky and all these kind of people, Borodin and all these guys. But I don't know anything about jazz. How popular is jazz in Russia, as far as you know? How popular?
You know, it's as I can see, this is the not Russian. I guess it's Soviet jazz school. Jazz, because the history of the jazz in Russia started in Soviet Union. I guess maybe 30s of 20th century. Was the jazz was semi-illegal in Soviet Union, and that's why it was
It was decadent Western. Correct.
Yeah, this is the reason it was special music, like the same as rock music. Jazz was something like that, but for smart intellectual people, it was a smart music. Yeah, and we have a lot of great musicians, jazz musicians, big bands. Mostly from the Soviet era, I guess. And we still have a big number of great musicians. I guess they still perform in Europe also. And mostly, of course, it's mostly, I'm talking about big cities. The jazz music is spread in big cities, not in the small towns. But exactly, it depends. Because I know some small towns where jazz music is very popular. For example, my hometown, it's very small town, but we had a long time where we had a international jazz festival there. Can you imagine? It was a big festival, a few hours, you know, in a big hall in the Philharmonic. It was great. Yes, that was a great events, jazz events there. So it depends. And jazz in Russia is alive. It's popular. Yeah.
That's good to know. I think it's important for all forms of good music, music that requires this thinking, like jazz and classical. I love progressive rock as well because it's like jazz, like classical, you have to think. It's an intellectual form of music. And I love melodic jazz. Before I was a composer, I was a young drummer. I was crazy about drums. And I was lucky because a lot of young drummers now, they don't listen to jazz drums. They listen to heavy metal drummers. And when I was around in the 70s, I was lucky enough to listen to Buddy Rich and Louis Bellson and Art Blakey and Joe Morello and all the jazz players. And they taught me dynamics, how to be subtle, how to be soft, pianissimo, how to be forte, how to be loud, and not just to build a shed. And many drummers I see now are what I call shed builders. You know, they are all over the place. They have no subtlety, no dynamics, and I'm lucky I learned that. So, what about you? What was your learning process like?
I'm just if we speak about jazz music, I just I learn standards. I like for example, I heard the standard, just standard or just a song, and I learned the melody, the harmony. I learn by ear, and I don't so I am also I also write the music. That's why I don't afraid to change some chords, some harmony to make it sound like I imagine in my mind. Yes, and every time I don't I don't play the same way as original. I heard. Yes, I play my own way every time. I something some special things in this music make it I don't know, make it mine. Sound like mine. Yes, and I also write my compose my music, my own music, and soon I hope everything will be okay. I will go to India. I will have a tour. Um, it it should be arranged soon, and I will play my own music and just standards and some Russian music I will include in this program also.
Well,
And yeah.
let me know if you're bringing out CDs and stuff, and I will certainly publicize it to people as well.
Yeah, I guess I want to record some songs with my friends. It's not so easy because we are in the different countries. We should arrange the process. I have idea how can it be possible, but it takes time. And if I will have new records, I of course I will. Everybody will know. Yeah, I will update you also and all the people who are interested in my music. Yes.
So you use this and this. Where are we? Where's my pencil?
Yeah.
Listen, that's what I use, that and that. I like writing down music, Alec, and with this, you can rub your mistakes out. I never use a pen. I like to use a pencil.
Yes, I the same to me. I use pencil always because yes, that's true.
Have you heard of a notator called Muse? Muse Score.
Exactly. I'm using Finale.
You're using Finale.
Finale, yeah.
Yeah, do you like Finale?
Yes, and I used to exactly. I guess I should try something else, but I guess I'm lazy to. But I guess I should try something because Finale is good, and but it's quite complicated and some things I should check the I should use Google to know what how can it be. What should I do to make it? Yeah. Yeah.
There is a completely free piece of software. It's called Muse Score, MUSE Score, SCORE. It's all the one word, Muse Score, and it's now version 4, and it is open source, and it has millions and millions of technical geeks all around the world who actually make the software, and they are actively involved in the software. And that's what I use, and it's quite amazing.
Oh, very well. Thank you for information. I will try. I will try.
No problem. So, what are your goals for the future, Alex, as a jazz musician? What do you have goals that you want to achieve?
Yes, exactly. And now I'm working as a music teacher here in Emirates, and my contract is quite strict. I have no, I have no options to um, promote myself like a musician. But I'm working on my jazz program, and I'm preparing for my Indian tour. I guess it will be the good start for my international music career, because in Russia I have a gigs, I have a band, I have everything. It will be okay. But in the world, nobody knows me exactly, to be honest. Yes, and that's why I'm working on my social media, or to make it people know about me. I think about recordings, I think about record the videos, I think about uh, performances in different countries. I hope after Indian shows I could go another countries, like um, former Soviet Union countries like Georgia, Armenia, maybe Turkey, and of course I'm dreaming about European gigs. I am sure it can be possible, but later, maybe after, maybe next year, maybe after 2 years, who knows? Yes,
Mhm.
and the plans are like that. Yeah.
Are you going to go down the DIY route, do it yourself? Are you going to arrange venues, prices, travel, and do all this yourself? Or will you try and get an agent or a personal manager?
Yes, I guess it's very good idea, but I should start with something, and then, of course, I guess I will I will come to this. Yes, but no, I guess it will be later. Yeah. Yes, of course, it's the right way.
And
Parameter.
do you self-publish um, your jazz compositions? Do you self-publish or do you have a publisher?
No, I still have no publisher. I'm working on it. First, I should record it properly in studio with a good quality. I have a
Yes.
song, but I should record it now. The now the time to record it well and start, and then I can think about publishing in something like that, a proper way.
The reason I'm asking is because I think this is a fantastic time for musicians because I'm 68 and when I was about, there were no internet, there was no opportunities like today. And you guys, there are a million people saying, I'll get you a gig, I'll get you a concert, I'll be your manager. Okay, they're all looking for money, but sometimes it's good to take a gamble and say, right, I'll have a go because it gets my foot in the door. And also, I'm a great believer in pushing, doing it yourself, contact, networking, get talking to other jazz musicians. I'm actually going to have a lot of composers on this show. Now, some people come from a place of fear and they think, oh, I'm not going to have another composer on my show. He might be better than me. Well, so what? You are you and they are they. I'm a great believer in be yourself and don't worry about Tom, Dick, and Harry if they're better than you. You are unique. That's how I look at myself. There's a million composers out there. There's a million jazz guitarists. There's a million classical musicians all sawing away on their violins and their cellos and their trumpets and flutes. So what? we're all trying to get a little piece of the cake. Am I correct?
Yeah, I'm agree with you.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
true. That's true.
So, I mean, I read about some of the big stars of the classical game. Nigel Kennedy was a kind of punk violin player. He had the spiky hair and the old dirty clothes. He never dressed like a penguin, you know, the penguin suits. He just he just come on scruffy clothes, hair all over the place. But he was a virtuoso violinist, and that's why people thought, well, we don't care if he's a punk. And he comes on and he's got this horrible clothes on and the hair, and he looks like he's been lying rough in the ground for about a week, but we don't care because he's such a bloody good violin player. We need to have him. Now, he became a big sensation in Britain and then Europe, but he felt he was being manipulated by agents and managers and concert promoters and all these people. And eventually, when he became famous enough, he chucked them all and he started organizing his own concerts, his own gigs, his own band, his own repertoire of music that he wanted to play. So he was lucky. He got to the stage where he could say, I'll play when I want to play, and I'll play here, and I'll play there, and you will pay me X amount of money. But again, it's a hard road to get to that stage, especially for people like us who are unknowns.
Yes, I agree. Yes, I'm exactly. This is the different things to play in someone's band, to work somewhere, and to play your own music, your own band. And I want to go this way. I want to expose myself. I want to promote myself as musician. And in jazz music, it's very I don't know. It's very easy. Exactly. You prepare the parts. You prepare the notes. You come single with your guitar, and you give the notes to local musicians. You make a band, few rehearsals, and you are ready to show. It's possible, and I guess it's a good way to start the career in different countries because I'm flexible. I can go wherever I want, where the jazz musicians, where I can find the good jazz musicians. I don't need even my own band. Yes, I guess it's a good idea.
Mhm. That is a good way to look at it, as long as you get good musicians. Now, this is quite interesting, this, because um, J.S. Bach, right? John Bach, because Johann is just John. So John Bach in Germany, and he had a bassoon player, and he said he wasn't very good, and he called him a nanny goat. He said, "You're a bloody nanny goat. You're not a bassoon player." And of course, he ended up getting into a sword fight with the guy, and the guy nearly killed him. Um, so it's very important that you get the right kind of players at the right level of
Yes.
musicianship, because there's no point in playing with people who are not up to your standard or better.
Yes, it's very important to play with the good musicians because you can grow up with it and have a new experience. And I can say when I had a band in Russia, my own jazz band, I especially invited very brilliant piano player.
Mhm.
He was two heads taller than me in music. He played with, um, I forgot the name. No matter, he's great. And but I was a band leader, but I learned from him, and I especially invited him to make me grow up. Yes, it's very important. Yes, I am agree. I'm agree.
That's very, very important. You were talking earlier about it's very difficult to be able to work with somebody because you're in different countries. But I came across something on social media just last night, and it's a kind of company that they have the technology to allow you to play with people in different countries. They're using it for jam sessions where you can just sit and jam along with somebody. But if I find it, I'll send it to you because
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
oh, not a problem. I'll try and find it again and I'll send it off to you, Alex, because that would be good for you to be able to work with the people in different countries that you know are good musicians and you could record something together, you know?
Yes, exactly. I have a lot of friends in all over the world, really. I have musicians in Europe, Australia, United States, here, Asia, Russia, everywhere. And exactly I think about making the common videos and the video jams with them. It's very good idea. I thinking about this also.
So tell me, this is an important question. You play guitar. Now, my friend in Scotland, who was a friend of Barney Kessel, I used to watch him playing chords. Now, I have a guitar here. Here it is. This is my, I don't know if you can see it, my Dan Electro.
Oh, Dan Electro, yeah.
And I love it. I love this guitar.
Is it really made of plastic? Yes.
It was made of, it's made of a material called masonite, which is like compressed cardboard, believe it or not. But it's not cardboard, it's stronger and it's compressed like so. It was a cheap guitar in the 60s. It was actually a novelty guitar. And you could, little kids like you would have opened up the catalogue and went, oh, there's a guitar. And it's only 10 pence, it's only 1 ruble or something, it was very, very, very cheap. But over the years, it has been taken over by various companies. And now they're producing excellent quality guitars. My Dan Electro is a reissue of a 1959 Dan Electro guitar, the style of it, and it has what they call lipstick pickups. The guy that started the company bought these lipstick tubes and he made guitar pickups out of those. And he also, the headstock is in the shape of a classic Coca-Cola bottle. So it's quite iconic. You have the lipstick pickups, you have the Coke bottle. So that's good. But I love it. I only have one guitar because I want to get to know that guitar inside out. I don't have millions of guitars. I just have one guitar. And the more I play it, the better I get to know it. And I get to know how it feels and how it responds. But here's my big question to you. Look at this hand span, right? There it is. Very small. And for jazz guitarists, I always say they don't play augmented chords. They don't play diminished chords. They play demented chords because the hand span is massive and they play all these augmented, diminished 9th, 11th, 13th chords and they have massive spans. And and I don't know, I just don't know how you guys do it because the chords are amazing, but the stretch of the hand, oh boy, it
Yeah,
would cripple me for
exactly.
life.
Exactly. I also have a small hands,
Oh, do
and
you?
yeah, I don't I have a small hands,
Yeah.
really, not very long fingers, and
Yeah.
it's hard for me play this I don't know wide shapes of chords,
Mhm.
and I prefer use the small shapes. But there are a lot of options to play the same chord on guitar.
Yes.
Uh, you can skip some sounds. You can change. You can use drops, and it's okay. There are a lot of options, and it will sound good. I guess the main thing is voicing when you play chords. The main thing is voicing, and if you build a good voicing, uh, it's I don't know. You can use the simple chords with a good voicing, and it will work. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's similar on piano because I play triads with bass notes because I find it very difficult to span an octave from thumb to pinky. It's just too sore. And I, like you, I was self-taught. I'm a self-taught composer. And I started off years ago as a drummer, a long time ago. And now I just compose music, write songs, mainly classical music and rock songs and stuff. But I just tend to play inversions or simple stuff. Now, Alec, can you come back again at a later date for more?
Yes, of course.
Good.
I like to speak with you. Thank you very much.
Well, I've just been told by Zoom that the meeting will end in 10 minutes. And my first Zoom meeting, I get cut off. So I'm going to stop here so that Zoom doesn't cut us off. And I'm going to ask you to come back again, maybe in another month's time, and we can talk
Yeah,
more about your career and your jazz and your album and your song. So I want to just say, Alex, thank you very much for joining me this morning on the show. Now, it will be a little while before the show is ready to air because this is just the Zoom chat. So once I get the show ready, I'll let you know as well. It will be on YouTube. It will be a weekly show. I'll have different people every week, and I'll let you know when your show is coming on to YouTube well in advance. And I want you to get all the people to come and see you being interviewed because it helps you and it helps me.
yes, of course. Thank you very much. It's very I'm very appreciate for this thing for this interview. It's very important for me. Yeah.
Alec, it's been fabulous. So have a smashing week in Abu Dhabi, and I've enjoyed our time together. And I'll speak to you again, and we will have another Zoom show. Okay,
Yes. Thank you.
right.
Have
Thanks,
a good
Alec.
day.
Bye. Just a quick reminder, please, that when you watch the TC Music Show on YouTube every Friday from 5 to 9 p.m., please remember to leave a like. Please subscribe. It helps me grow on the channel. And most of all, very important, please leave your comments because I do look at every comment and I respond to them. Well, folks, that's it for this week. Please tune in next Friday on YouTube between 5 and 9 p.m. for the TC Music Show. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next show.